Okay. So, first day done, how are you feeling about this week?
About this week, like behind us that we've
Yeah.
completed? I feel good about it. I feel like I've learned a lot. I still feel like I have a whole lot to learn or to work on, but
Do you have questions on any procedures based on, especially today?
procedures as far as like AMA, PMA, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, there are
Like
also like lots of procedures that you do during your class, like do nails and things like that. So any of those?
I think I understand the procedures, like as far as what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
I obviously have a struggle with making sure I'm meeting that time.
Okay.
And
So, but nothing like actually within the procedure itself.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
that's good. Okay, so speaking of what you're feeling comfortable with, the countdowns I thought today were amazing.
Thank you.
So can you tell me what you thought was the difference between, so yesterday we had the one countdown where we just counted down, and what happened then?
Nothing.
And then the second time, what happened?
Then the students actually did what I was asking, the direction they were supposed to do.
Yeah. So I think that is a huge area that you've grown in. So I want to remove that from the things that you're working on. I think that you have successfully completed that task. The next thing that I want to talk about, I saw it in your face too, when scholars were picking up their pencils and starting to work before you were ready, what was going on there for you? Because you seemed to want to restart it. What was going on there for you?
Right, well, obviously I hadn't told them to pick up their pencils yet, but I'd also put something in front of them, and so my directions weren't clear. And so it's hard to reset at that point. Well, no, reset would be the answer. It's hard because you can't issue any consequence at that point, so you have to reset and take it back. So I just kind of panicked in that moment because I realized I hadn't told them what to do yet.
Okay.
I hadn't made it clear, if that makes sense.
Yes. So I'm going to stick with that, making it clear. So what could we have done to have made it clear for them before that moment? Before they started picking up their pencils or raising their hand or diving under their desk? Like, what could we have done before?
I think some of my directions could have been more bite-sized.
Yeah.
And then I also think I should have given clear what to do directions. Like, it wasn't really clear of what they were supposed to be doing, because
Yeah.
I was kind of asking them to do two things at once.
I completely agree. So today, like our bright line or our big piece that we're going to focus on are what to do directions, and even taking off of what you said, making sure those what directions are bite-sized.
Right.
So we're going to practice in just a second, but before we do, I want to say, in the classes that you've seen or that you've witnessed, have you seen any sort of directions that impressed you or made you think about what to do directions differently? Like, do you have an idea model in your head of like what perfect what to do directions could look like?
Yes, I when I see it, I do. But then when I get up there to do it, I don't. I've watched plenty of it, but when I get up there, I don't know I can't really identify like where I should go with that.
Okay, so I think it's great that we're able to identify it. So let's actually pick a piece from your lesson today and script out some questions, and then we're going to practice it, and I will play the students. So let's actually look at filling in the notes. So like skip the do now. Okay, so your goal here is you're wanting students to do what in this section?
To make their paper look like mine.
Right. So if I'm thinking about the pacing and the time that you were talking about earlier, and my what to do directions, I don't need to make this a long drawn out process. What do you actually want them to do?
I want them to pick up their pencils, write down what I have, put down their pencils.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you in just a second to model what that would be like. You're going to be the teacher, I'll be the student. All I want you to do is this, give me the directions for this, and then we'll move on from there.
All right.
Keep going until I say stop, and I'll just keep playing the student.
All right. Okay.
Do you need this?
No, because I'm just gonna ask you to make yours look like
Okay.
mine, right?
Sure.
And we can,
You tell me.
can we pretend that part,
Yeah.
like pretend like it's.
So my wrapped, we just finished our do now?
So, yes, we just finished when we flipped our pages.
Okay.
All right, scholars, we've just flipped our pages. And now what I want you to do, wait until I ask you to pick up your pencil. And, okay, let me tell you.
Okay.
All right, scholars, what I'll ask you to do is to, let me start over. It's been a long day, I can do it. Okay. All right, scholars, we've just flipped our pages, and what I will ask you to do, wait until I say go to pick up your pencil. So we're gonna wait until I say,
Go.
wait until I say,
Go.
all right. We'll wait to pick up our pencils until I say go. You're gonna make your page, when I say go, you're gonna make your page look just like mine. I want you to copy those notes and make your page look just like mine. Ready, go. Once you are finished, your pencils will be down and you'll be tracking me in star.
Okay, pause for a second.
Go.
So you spent probably
30 seconds.
30 seconds giving me the same what to do directions in various different ways, but basically the same message.
Mhm.
So how can we make those what to do directions super bite-sized and even smaller? So all you're wanting me to do is what?
Fill out the page and
Right.
wait till I say go.
And we have a saying for that, which is what?
What?
You said it earlier.
What to do?
Well, when you
Copy your page and look like mine.
Say that last part.
Copy, make your page look like mine.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So that is a direction.
Oh,
So
Right.
think about that. What's the word? So
so I could just, I'm telling them what to do before, now I get it.
Okay.
So what I should do is say, pick up your pencils,
make your paper.
make your paper look like,
Look at what I can do.
that would have been incredible 8 hours ago.
But the point is you got that all by yourself, and now you know why it's so important, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm questioning my own thinking abilities at this point.
It's been a long day, you're good. Okay, so I'm in star.
You're in star. All right, scholars. When I say go, I want you to pick up your pencils and make your paper look like mine. Ready, go.
How did that feel?
Well, it felt really good.
Okay, so that one felt pretty life-changing. So let's think about some what to do directions that are not quite that.
Still, that would have saved so
It would have
much
saved a lot of
time.
time. But the best part is you figured this out for yourself, and so now you're gonna remember it for yourself well after I'm not in this building, right?
Right, that is
Okay.
true. Yes.
Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is you are going to direct getting the exit tickets back in to the classroom.
Back into, back, like they're gonna flow it.
Sure,
And
is
then
that
we're
what you want?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so just me collecting them
So
type deal?
my exit ticket is attached. I don't know, have I
Okay.
finished it? What am I
Gotcha.
doing? What do you want me to do after?
Oh.
Lots of things that I could do to make a mistake.
Okay.
Ooh, and let's pretend this is the exit ticket, haha, that was only half the page.
Yep. Okay. Can I think about it for a second?
Yep, take your time. You can even write things down on that packet if you want. I'm gonna take some notes really fast while you do that.
Okay. So I'm telling them what they're gonna do before they So I just need to do it all in one step.
I'm very proud of you.
So this is, they haven't done, okay, so I'm instructing them on how to complete the exit ticket also. Like we're not only.
And then we'll take like a small pause, like I finished it, and then tell me what to do after that. So maybe count to 5 in your head and then pretend that I finished the exit ticket and we'll go from there.
Okay. So we'll just pretend like you're working. All right, scholars, I know we might not be finished, but that's okay. Pencils down and tracking me in 3. I know we can get there. Look at that posture. 2, check the roots. All right, 1. Thank you. Okay, scholars, I want you to pick up your paper and hold it like me. I'll wait for everyone. On 2, we're gonna tear it apart. On 2, we'll tear it apart. 1, 2. Okay. The page with the dog on it, will stay on your desk. The page with the dog on it will stay on your
Desk.
The other page, we are going to put in our binder. Pull, touch, pull, place, open. Tab 2, turn. Thank you. Now we will click at the same time. We'll click on 2, we'll click on
2.
1, 2.
Click.
Once you have placed your paper in there, you may neatly and quietly and professionally put it back in your desk. Oh,
Okay, we can freeze for a second.
yeah.
That was the most clear directions you have given all day. I understood everything that you wanted me to do, and it didn't feel like a game of gotcha at all. Like, it was just very easy. Like, you were like, do that, okay.
Thank you. How ironic. It's after.
But the point is, you can practice this weekend and
Yes.
then set up for Monday.
Yes.
So I feel like, what were you thinking when you were going through those directions? Because I feel like there was like a million light bulbs. You were like, this is too easy.
Right. Well, it's just, you don't have to tell them what you're going to do before they do it. There's no
Right.
reason to preview because that's what's tempting them. That's why there is that
Yeah.
confusion. They're moving.
Right.
And so if I just tell them as we go, they can do it, and they never knew any different.
Right. So I'm going to push you one more time on this. So now I want you to think about, it's a 3-step process, and you're not going to walk them through it.
Okay.
So think of how we're going to flow the exit tickets in. You can pick 3 different ways, like 3 steps to this process. So it's either like you put yours on top or you flow, or something that has 3 steps.
3 steps.
And I want you
That's
to
all.
preview those 3 steps and then release us. Don't walk us through it. So what can you say, what directions can you give so that I know that I'm to wait till the end of your speech? So take a second and think about that.
So I'm given 3 steps, but I'm going to preview those 3 steps. So I have to tell you like a go, like a that type thing. Okay. Oh, I didn't really take your paper.
what do you want the end to look like? That can be a step.
And then, so I've got to tell them which direction. So can I say that? Does that count as a step? We're going to be flowing the paper. No, because there would go. So they're going to take their paper, put it on top of the person next to them. Why does this seem so complicated? Put it on top of the person next to them. Pass it. Take their paper. Put it on top. Okay. All right, scholars. Your pencils are down. You're in STAR, and you're tracking me. We are going to paper flow, but not until I say go. We're paper flow on, go.
Go.
Paper flow on,
Go.
nice. All right, first step, pick up your paper. Second step, wait. First step, pick up your paper. Second step, hand it to the person next to you. It will be, first step, pick up your paper. Second step, hand it to the person next to you. Third step, it will go on top of your neighbor's paper. We are flowing this way. We are flowing to this wall. I'm dragging it out.
So take a deep breath. So think about the steps that you want.
I'm trying to make it 3. Can I make it 2?
Sure.
Or is that
Yeah,
possible?
you can make it less and just say the last step is end and start.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
That's totally fine. But think about the fact that you said like your neighbor, which one was
Which
the neighbor?
one?
And like this way, like could we use something that's more
More
a little-
concrete.
Mhm.
Concrete. Okay. So. Okay. I think I hope I can do this. All right. Scholars, you're in STAR and tracking me. We're going to paper flow, but not until I say go. Not until I say
Go.
all right. My scholars in this column, I want you to pick up your paper and pass it to your neighbor on the left. So our drivers, pass it to our drivers. Put it on top of their paper. And then my drivers, you're gonna do the same. If you have to get up, it's okay, as long as it's professionally. And we're flowing in this direction. Ready, go. And you're back in STAR. You're back in STAR.
Go one more time.
Okay.
You said you thought you had it only in 2 steps.
Was it like 10?
It was just a little more. It wasn't as
Right, I added more.
as bite size.
Right, okay.
Assume that they want to follow this direction, and that they actually know. You're just giving them like a better understanding of the way you want it done.
Right, because I'm treating them like babies. I'm
Right.
acting like they don't know what's going on.
I just want a really strong what to do direction because I don't want you to get your binder out ahead of time and make a bunch of noise and not listen to what I'm saying.
Right.
But I believe that they actually want to follow my direction. I just need to give them very.
The opportunity.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay.
Will you come stand closer to here?
Yes, I don't know. All right, scholars. You're in STAR and you're tracking me. We are going to paper flow, but not until I say go. Not until I say
Go.
all right. My scholars in this column, you are going to take your paper and pass it to the driver and flow in this direction. Ready, go. Back in STAR, back in STAR. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I wanna do it again.
Okay.
All right. My scholars in this column, I want you, no, wait, I start over. All right, scholars, you're in STAR and you're tracking me. We're gonna paper flow, but not until I say go. Not until I say
Go.
okay. My scholars in this column, I want you to take your paper, give it to your neighbor. It will be placed on top of your neighbor's paper, and then we're immediately back in STAR. Flowing in this direction, go. Great job.
All right, take a seat. Okay, so, deep breath.
Yeah.
I made you practice a lot, so I
That's
appreciate
okay.
that. Just getting my notes back up. So, okay, so thinking about what we talked about today, our bright line or our action step is what?
That we were working on for today.
Yeah,
Our cold call and the countdown.
right. So the cold call I still want us to push on a little bit, but the countdown I'm feeling really good about. So I'm wanting to replace that with, what did we talk about today in this meeting, sorry.
Bite-sized directions.
Yeah. So I think that the do nows, the exit tickets, even like taking notes are gonna be great opportunities for you to practice this. And I love that you identified that a lot of the time it's just like letting them go with you rather than
Right.
like hold on, which causes some sort of chaos. So before we wrap up, do you have any questions?
I'm sure I have a million. Let's see. Yes, I do.
Okay.
When we're getting everybody into STAR
Mm-hmm.
and that particular student, did you notice, I can't remember if it was a class period, but we had this student right here who wasn't feeling so well.
Okay.
And
Derek?
Zashon.
Okay, yeah.
And we were waiting on him for 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point,
Was it this morning?
it
Okay.
was this afternoon.
I didn't see that, okay.
I think.
So is your
it might have
question
been
about a
Miss Pruitt, wasn't
consequence?
it? Right, like so the consequence, like at that point, at what point do you send them out is my question.
So at Nashville Prep, there is a 3 demerit policy. After 3 demerits, you're sent out.
Right. So it has to be this, or even if it's like you feel really disrespected, or I guess that's not, it wasn't a wrong response, or like, I don't know, I just couldn't, I had trouble like filling out.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a good clarity question. If it is some sort of wrong response, hurt to another person, I can give you the list. I'm sure Arlen gave you.
Right, I do,
something.
yes.
So
It was
those
just in
are
that
like-
moment, I
yeah,
had a
so
hard
those are
time.
like the egregious, like those who go out immediately. Other than that, it's like assuming the best. Like I assume that you're gonna
Okay.
wanna get there. So it's the 3 demerit policy.
Okay.
I know that we're transitioning to we have transitioned to the demerits as the warning. But I don't think that replaces having like a private conversation in that moment. Still obviously give the consequence, and you can even give it lightning quick if that's like where
Right.
we're headed, but I think like in building the relationship, that could be a really great moment for him. And with 1 demerit left, like allowing him to like talk to you.
Right, absolutely. I struggled with that because it was like 2 different times we were waiting on him, and I could tell he was having a rough moment. But,
Did you give the consequences?
yes, I did with Zashon and with Mariah. We were waiting on her 2 times, I think, too. I just didn't know because everyone else, it's hard because you don't want to praise it because everyone else was there, but at the same time, like the team family situation.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I think that's all for me.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Like extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, what you've accomplished in a week is like really impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm proud.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yay!